Yes,
Yeah, thank you so much.
right. So once again, hearty thanks to Raj sir and Dr. Santoshi ma'am for giving me this opportunity. So this is our third or fourth book review session in our online English club, and my book is The Pregnant King by Devdutt Pattanaik, and he's a Canadian. And I would like to tell more about him before we proceed. Yes. Devdutt Pattanaik is a renowned Indian mythologist, author, and speaker, known for interpreting ancient Indian scriptures and mythology for modern audiences. And his notable works are Jaya, Sita, My Gita, and Shikandi. And here in this book, he takes a small tale from Mahabharata and he weaves his concept uh, over around that, and the story happens during the time of Mahabharata, where the great war actually happens, and our protagonist is Yuvanashva. So before that, I would like to say that the genre is mythological fiction and was published in 2008. As I said, it is set in Mahabharata era, blending mythology with philosophical enquiry. The central theme is the story of King Yuvanashva, who accidentally becomes pregnant. So, something that is unbelievable. And when I was sharing this with my students, they were all laughing because how can that happen? Now, there is much more into this, and where he is questioning about many set ideas in the society. So, let's dwell into it. So, first of all, I would like to share the plot summary. So, the protagonist is King Yuvanashva of Vallabi, and he longs to be the actual king, which is possible only when he has a son. So, all his journey, so until then, he's a fatherless child, and the whole empire was looked after by his ambitious mother, Shilavati. So Shilavati, though being a woman, she's very, very ambitious and she just loves to rule. And that is why she was given in marriage to Yuvanashwa's father, because they knew that he will die very soon. So many, many years she's been the regent, not the real emperor or the king. She was only a regent of the king, and she's done under her. Vallabi has become very, very prosperous. But is the time when Yuvanashva has grown and he's married, and is a time for him to take the reins, but it is not allowed because he's not got a heir, and only when he has a son he gets full power. So the whole novel is about him trying to get a son, yearning for a son, and he also marries. No, he is given in marriage. Like he marries three queens, two queens, and the other one is a person, a woman from a lower caste to whom they think no is more fertile. So after even having three wives and performing all, he was not really able to have a son, and then they go for a ritual where they call two rishis from the forest, and they perform a yagna, similar to how no King Rama, no, Lord Rama was born. Yes, just like that they conduct uh, they conduct this ritual, and there is something that Ori that goes which makes the king itself pregnant. So that is the plot. One second, please just give me a second. Yes, I'm sorry for the sound background. So, okay, he becomes pregnant and he gives birth to a son who is Mandata. Right. And the twist is he could also make his wife pregnant. So he has not one but two sons. One for which he has mothered a son, and the other he's fathered a son. So now the question is about this dichotomy, male and female dichotomy. That is the whole concept, the philosophy. So this story explores his identity crisis and the societal implications of gender roles. So and Yuvanashva, no, he has this problem. See, he's having the motherly love for Mandata, and at the same time, no, he's a king and he has to keep certain secrets, and he has to do many things. So the novel throughout the novel we find Devadatta bringing various instances from Mahabharata, from the scriptures, stating how, no, the whole thing is not just two divisions. And it is all very fluid. Nature itself is very fluid, is what he tries to say. So the key themes that are discussed in this novel is gender fluidity. See, there is he brings very clearly many characters like Sheelavati, no? She's a woman, but she has a lot of potential and intention and the capability to rule a kingdom, uh, which she has to, she's not allowed to rule, though she has all the capacity to rule. And it is also not only she, there are many other people in the scriptures everywhere in the society where, no, there are many um, manly strong feelings for a woman and a very cozy feelings for man, but we are restricted to show that in society. This is what actually Devadatta challenges, uh, and dharma versus desire. So conflict between duty and personal longing. So Shilavati cannot rule, but this is her longing. And Yuvanashwa cannot show his motherly love, his vulnerabilities, because he is a king. And it is not only that, there are many other characters here. For example, no, you have Shikandi. Shikandi in Mahabharata was born as a woman but was treated like a man, but later uh, uh, she got the genitals of a yaksha and gave birth to Amba. And Arjuna, he was a eunuch and he was called Brihanala. During 1 year, he was a man, but he became a woman. So he had a heart of a man, and he was feeling very uncomfortable in the body of a woman for a short period. And that was the time when he killed Kichaka also. The story, I just want to show you a picture. Here you find the idol or the image of Ileshwara. Ileshwara is a very famous god in Vallavi. This god or goddess, is god for half of the month and goddess for the half of the month. And the priests are actually men, but they are castrated and they decorate themselves as women and they perform the puja there. When the god or the idol is a goddess, only women enter the place, and when the idol is a god, the men are allowed to enter the place. And the same idol, no, from day 1 to day 15, this there is not drastic movement. Every day, no, one symbol of male is removed and one symbol of female is put on. So all this showing that no, there is no strict genders that this society has created. Nature is very fluid, and much more things. So let's move to the characters. The protagonist, I said, Yuvanashva, who's torn between two roles, a mother and a king. Mandata, his son, who is destined for greatness. He himself is not able to accept it when his father says, I am your mother, like you were born to me. And he was taken from the king's thigh. With the thigh, they thought it was a lump and it was a cyst or something. And the royal doctor, took it out, and the infant, the weak, feeble infant, lived and was fed by the mother. The mother is Yuvanashva. Then Yuvanashva also impregnates his wife, who also bears a son. And Sheelavati is a very powerful queen, and she advises Yuvanashva on very important things, but Yuvanashva does not listen to all this, and there is a lot of confusion in the story. The two important characters who also speak about or stand for the duality are Somvat and Sumedha. Actually, there are a lot of types of marriages also discussed here. So you have a lot, many kinds of marriages like pratiloma, anuloma, niyoga marriages, then no rakshasa type of marriages, and also no swayamvara kind of marriages, many. And here, Somvat and Sumedha, they are two youngsters who were orphans, and they are brought up and they born and they help each other and they've grown. When Yuvanashva performs certain rituals in order to bear a son, the queens donate a lot of cows to the poor. And Somvat and Sumedha are so poor, and they act like couples because only a couple can take a cow. So here Somvat dresses like as a woman, and both of them walk to Wallaby. And at the time when they are receiving the cow, there is some doubt, there is some commotion, and they find out that Somvat is actually acting uh, a woman, and they are imprisoned. And when they are actually Somvat, through niyoga marriage, niyoga marriage is something that if the husband is not able to sow his seed or impregnate his wife, he can request another male to sow his seed into his wife's womb. And Somvat did that for a Brahman's wife. So he is a man, and both of them attend the ritual to take a cow as a donation from the queens. They are caught, they are imprisoned, and when they are imprisoned, a yaksha comes, and since Somvat no really pleads to the god, I hope I was a woman, because I don't feel anybody, I don't want to leave Sumedha. And at that time a yaksha comes, and he is transformed to a woman. So so in the court they cannot answer whether he is a man or a woman. So when they see him, they find that he is a woman. But there is a priest who is saying that no, he impregnated my wife, he is a man. So with all this confusion, they actually kill him. And those Brahmins, no, then since they die, they become ghosts, and they haunt Yuvanashva throughout his life. And it was in that confusion, in that haunting, that there was a magical potion which is prepared by the rishis, which Yuvanashva is supposed to give to his queens so that they drink and they become pregnant. But in that confusion, in that loneliness, he feels thirsty, and the ghost say, "See, there's some water, you can drink it," and he just gulps down everything. So he becomes pregnant. That is the twist. And the next morning, everybody finds that there's an empty pot there in the courtroom, and nobody knows who drank it. And Sheelavati is so worried about this. Nobody believes, everything is kept a secret, and the son is also kept a secret. And they tell it to the society that it is his first wife's son. Okay, Simantani is the first wife, Polomi is the second wife, and Keshini is the third wife. So all three of them are married to the king through different types of marriages, actually. Some of the memorable quotes that I really like is, "I'm not sure if I'm a man or a woman." This is Yuvanashva's quote. "The world is not binary, it is fluid, like the stories we tell." Ileshwara was a symbol, a window of wisdom. So it's just not that the God is simply, changed. It is a window of wisdom that, there are so many other things in this world. Truth is not one. There are so many truths, and nature, only one thing is permanent, is the soul. Today, we might be in a woman's body. On a previous life, we might be in a men's body, a man's body, and so on and so forth. See, and this is something about Ileshwara. At another level, or more subtle level, the deity present represented the myriad forms of matter, sometimes male, sometimes female, sometimes in between, always provoking the devotee, the mind. Beyond it all, formless, stood the still soul, awaiting discovery. And towards the end of the story, when Yuvanashva's son is ready to be crowned as the king, Yuvanashva retires to the Vanasprastha, where he wants to be in the forest and die. That time, he finds many rishis, and some of them, they call him Nilakanta Bhairavi. That is the Angirasas. They are the rishis, the great saints in the hermits in the forest. Some of them call him Nilakanta Bhairavi, and some of them called Yuvaneshwar. So he himself is a duality, and this shows that no, we can have different attributes in us, and it is very very fluid. So, critically analyzing this book is a bold and thought provoking reinterpretation of mythology, because the story of the tale of Yonashva was just mentioned in Mahabharata. The author has taken it and he has restructured it. The book challenges societal norms with empathy and nuance. There are many things that can happen, and we have to accept it. The book is also rich in symbolism and has layered storytelling. So, as the book unravels, we find the Mahabharata war happening. We find Yuvanashva not allowed to go and fight because he's not got a son, and Vallabhi is protected. Krishna meeting, and so many other things. No, even Yuvanashva meets Arjuna and asks him how he felt when he was a Brihanala, and so many other things. So the book is rich in symbolism and layered storytelling, and the book also, some may find it the narrative as non-linear or philosophical. So my personal reflection is, it opened a new channel of thought in me. I started understanding and resonating with it. And I also thought, the society is that which creates some strict watertight compartments, and it actually makes us suppress our inner feelings and behave in a certain way. So this book actually is shaking the societal expectations and preconceived notions that is widely prevalent. Because when I was discussing this with with my students, they were all laughing when I said that how can a man become, have these feelings of feminine feelings and all that. So so there is the proof from Mahabharata and scriptures. So he is adding a lot of weightage to what he's saying. So this book actually reiterates, no, it's not ruling and the ruled and who's great, who is less. It is like it's duality. This is there and that is also there. The yin and the yang theory. See, male and female, both are side by side. The Shiva and the Shakti. Yes. So this is something that is no something that I really really enjoyed, learned, and kept with me. So the Pregnant King is a very powerful exploration of identity, gender, and dharma. And Devdutt Pattanaik invites readers to question rigid norms. So there is nothing rigid in nature. Everything is fluid and flowing, and to embrace everything, to embrace many things. And I'm also very happy to state that I published a paper on this, which I would like to share to all of you so that you could also read it in detail. In 2019, when there was some laws passed regarding LGBT and all that, and after that we found also that whenever we fill forms, there is not only male and female, other genders also, and so many other things. So the society is very complex, is what I learned from this. So thank you so much for your patience and cooperation. Any questions you could ask me?
Thank you, Vaishnavi ma'am, for the review, and it was clear, easy to follow, and it has really helped us to understand the main ideas of the Pregnant king. Okay. Before I open the discussion, I just wanted to share something, ma'am. You have shared those quotations, right? Beautiful quotations from that book. And I can talk about here. I wanted to talk about one thing, the beautiful quotation that is, I'm not sure if I'm a man or a woman. For me, this line is not only about the gender, it's about the confusion that I actually have when we are stuck between the society experts and what we actually feel inside. Thank you for those wonderful quotations, ma'am. Yes, now I'd like to hear you from all. If anyone wants to share your view, or ask something, you can go ahead. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this.
Can I stop recording, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can.
Yeah, because I would like to share my published paper also here.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.